What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 19 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Gorbad Ironclaw Old World campaign. So as we saw last time, the Everpeak has fallen and Karazakarak, the faction, is no more. This means that there, other than Clan Mordkin, remains nothing here around the Central World's Edge Mountains and the Northern Badlands that should stand in our way from going north, which is great, and because that's what we're doing. And we're gonna start by doing by moving Gorbad forward. You may notice all the attrition because we are very nearly bankrupt. That significant negative income that we've got is certainly starting to tell, and well, we're just going to have to deal with it. I mean, I still think we should probably send Blorg up here. I did kind of want him to participate with the in the other fights, though. Yeah, you know what? You guys stay here. We'll send these guys north to Miragliano afterwards. Mostly because they'll declare war on us, at least. Anyway, we need to get some fights, because if we don't get bonus money, it's going to be bad. How much is Urbimo worth? 4.6k, basically nothing. And if we declare war on these guys, well, they probably won't have an army to really annoy us anyway. They are allied with Miragliano, so I guess we'll ask Talzin, as weird as that seems, to join war. Might as well make them pay us a little bit. At least, rather than immediately getting into a fight with Miragliano, which we'll do so later, but not now. You, Muncha Headbutt, you're going to attack Urbimo. You should be able to auto-resolve it, I hope. Pyrrhic Victory, okay, yes, you will. You'll be damaged, but now that you have a River Troll Hag, you should at least be able to heal up decently well. And you can, I guess, move into Reinforce Spiked Backbiter. Keep getting those levels. You've got your own army on the way. What? Is it me, or were these guys not dead before? Okay, fine, we'll manually fight this real quick. You know what, I don't trust it anyway. Now the fact that we had moved in the Lord makes it that the army will die, makes me a lot more suspicious. It makes me think that sometimes the auto-resolve does lie, and maybe this was one of those times, so. All good. I don't imagine we should have too much trouble with our, squig hoppers and stuff, regardless of the halberdiers here. Alright, let's set this up real quick. Start deployment. It's always a little bit unfortunate that the Mangler squigs can't Vanguard deploy, but that's alright. What we'll do is we'll intersperse the Manglers amongst the non-Manglers, like so, to increase their damage. Like so. Alrighty, we'll make you guys group, I don't know, 3. You can be group 2 mages, like so, and then you guys can not Vanguard deploy either, but you can be group 1. Ow. Mages can be group 2. Alrighty, you two should probably be amongst all of this, but I think we'll actually send you specifically to hunt down the enemy lord, so you can be group 4, and then we'll Vanguard deploy in the trees these two little squiggies, squig herds, just to sort of charge the enemy in the back and annoy them. And don't expect them to smash into the enemy lines after all. Anyway, I think that's it. Let's start battle. You don't have the Spirit Leech, so that's fine. You two will go out ahead, at least for now. I would like you to start your Spirit Leech on the enemy Vampire, and I would like you... Oh, I guess I would not like you. Alright, fine. You guys move forward. You guys move forward as well. Right there. It doesn't really matter where. And you guys get ready to countercharge the Vampire. You guys get ready to move on in. And if they want to wait, we'll drop another Spirit Leech on the enemy Lord. And just to make sure that we take as few casualties as possible. And there we go. The enemy is now moving towards us. Alrighty, and away we go. Group in. You guys move. And you guys... I would like you to summon another unit here. Actually, no, you know what? Don't summon it there. We'll summon it to hit the enemy in the back. You guys all charge the enemy lord. You summon. You summon. Alright, lovely. And you two now get ready to go for the enemy Vampirus, who is in here somewhere. Alright, like so. Let's also pop the itchy nuisance right here in the biggest blob. And we'll back you up because you're starting to take damage, perhaps unsurprisingly. You guys ready to charge on in now. And you guys move. There we go. We've got, what? You know what, you can maybe move on to this side to help out. You're damaged unless you're backing off, and then you can recharge those skeleton spears. You guys are gonna pop the area buff like so, and you don't have it. Alright, that's fine. Vampire is, I assume, dead somewhere in there. And I guess we could Spirit Leeching unit. Anybody else significantly damaged? Doesn't look like it. Oh, we got the Reinforcement Lord. I forgot about you. Go buff up the, I don't know, Mangler Squigs. Let's also pop the buff here. We can also buff the... let's buff these Armored Squig Hoppers as well. And I guess we can watch this for at least a little bit. Not like the Mangler Squigs won't be endlessly amusing, especially working together with the little Squig Hoppers that they're sort of jumping over in this manner. In this extremely entertaining manner. Anybody damaged than that one unit that I accidentally let charge too fast into the halberdiers? Looks like we're okay. Mangler Squigs a mangling, big old colossal squig colossalin, as one does. Alright, and I do believe the enemy will melt away, and the battle's ours. Oh, he took another loss, one more unit. Alright, that's fine. At least it's not a, whatever it was saying, Pyrrhic victory with one of our colossal squigs dying. Like, what are you talking about, game? I get that you don't like the squig army. I understand that. But still. Oh, maybe we should do 5 Mangler squigs and 1, and 3 colossal squigs instead, because I kind of now like the idea. We hadn't done that previously, but I kind of now like the idea of interspersing them among the armored squig hoppers. That way they kind of help each other out. Granted, it significantly reduces the sort of the area of the army, which against certain armies is going to be a bad thing. But it's not like we have to put them in the same spot. It's just in some situations it would be better too. And if every single unit can, you know, sort of line up with another single unit, might be a good idea. And then that way we won't have to rely on the, overly rely, let's say, on the colossal squigs as much. Alright, come on now. All for 4K. And, well, actually 8K between the two. Alright, so sec, and then the Scroll of Power. You do not need that Scroll of Power. In fact, do we have another thing that we could turn that into something useful with? No, we do not. Still not enough items. Alright, fine, fair enough. Hopefully you find something decent, buddy. Alright, for now, you can... Who should capture this? You know what? You go here, you occupy this. We'll put Muncha Headbutt into ambush stance outside the settlement, because who knows? Maybe we'll get this guy moving forward. I don't think so, but you never know. Alright, Trentine Hills is now ours. We're gonna lose 17. Maybe we shouldn't control it for this particular turn. Nobody's raiding, right? Yeah, alright. Repair, and we can't use spices, so we'll go for raid and stashes. Alright, looks good to me. Who's up next? Azdrag One Finger. You are going to grab this mysterious island, and Troop Ferry is going to keep going... This way. Alright, you can't move until you're done moving. Fair enough. Let's go for aggression. In case you actually have to fight. You keep ferrying those troops. You keep going this way, but sort of hug the coastline. I don't actually want you to identify any of the factions that are over here. And it wouldn't be great for us. In fact, if you could land soon, that would be lovely. Anyway, who's up next? Glugzag. You, I assume, are going to just besiege this. Valiant defeat probably means that they'll be willing to sally out, so we'll give them the opportunity to do so. And especially since we don't have a WAAAGH. Now, you do want to use a plan. Specifically, you want to... Oh, we now have the option of Eat the Runts, which is great, but Stick 'em Like Pigs is a greater power-up. Although, admittedly, with the amount of range that the enemy is bringing here against the Vampire Coast, maybe Eat the Runts is actually the better one. Alright, go for Eat the Runts. They'll be targeting those giants, and we don't want them to get knocked down and out in their very first battle, as that would be quite the shame. Mr. Argwar Throatcrunch, hit the Sartosa and besiege it. The enemy will sail away, eh? You coward. Alright, what are we looking at here? Pyrrhic victory will not kill anything off. I mean, yeah, we could climb the walls, but if the enemy is running, I think it's probably not worthy of our attention or time, so we'll just auto-resolve it in a second. We need the cash. As in, we could wait the turn, but the 33,000 we get right now will keep us from going bankrupt this turn, and I think that's a little bit more critical. Alrighty, Troll Herder, Recruitment, Swindler, Skullwand of Kaloth, Backstabber. Nice finds. Alright, and then Occupy. Lovely, and then you occupy at a tier 3 rather than whatever tier it was. I wonder if it was tier 5. Delete all of this and don't collect the income, and then sit here for a turn. I wonder if this guy's gonna immediately besiege you. You know what, maybe we shouldn't risk it. Leave Sartosa here and raid our own territory. This way you can't be besieged and lose your stuff. Yeah, it'll mean a lot of public order negative, but yeah, that's fine. Who's up next? Grom Gobscream. You... I'm gonna quickly kill off Mr. Knife. Really medium casualties? How medium are we talking here? We're gonna risk it. This is... You know what, we're gonna quickly manually fight this. The thing is, this army is in range of a settlement, and if the medium quote-unquote casualties are, you know, so damaging that this army is badly damaged, then we won't be able to fight. Oh, well, at least those who enjoy the regular sort of manual battles. A little bit more of that here, I guess. Alright, and I'm pretty sure these guys didn't have a warp bomb, right? I should have been more thorough in checking, but I guess we're gonna find out. Start deployment. We will need to... Let's see. Oh, there's a frickin' warp grinder unit. Well, several warp grinder units here. Alright, fine, fair enough. We'll actually then try to kill the warp grinders at range first, and then deal with the other stuff. Alrighty, you can attack the warp grinders. Snagla, you can still go for the enemy lord because you can, you know, annoy them. You guys wait here. You guys wait here as well. Get ready to charge on, and maybe on the flanks instead, like so. You guys stay out here. Alrighty, and I think that's it. Alright, start battle, go for you, Snagla, go here. Maybe activate your Sting of Snagla, go for that warp grinder. The enemy probably does have at least a little bit in the way of range, but probably nothing too concerning. Anyway, go for the Warlock Master, and get ready to summon your inventory of hatchlings. Fortunately, the warp grinders are super fragile units, so we don't need to be too concerned. And... activate your Fang Spike as well. And go for the enemy lord. As long as the enemy does nothing, we'll just speed up until those units are dead. Alright, you slow back down, attack that warp grinder. Then I would like you, one of you, to chase that warp grinder down to make sure that it can't come back, and then I would like you to do the same. And then I would like you guys to back off. You switch targets to the no warp there we go. Now warp lightning for you. Go after these storm vermin. And hello. Alright, we found some gutter runners. Alright, charge on through them. It looks like this warp grinder unit has shattered anyway, and you can go after this unit. You can go after this unit. Everybody else back up. I think it's time to move forward now, minus you. And I would like you to pop the Spirit Leech, and I would like you to inventory of hatchlings up and around you. Do not charge into storm vermin, please. Alright, you guys keep attacking. You're good, you're good. Everybody else back off. Alright, spiders will have killed those units. I would like you to... Ooh, I wonder who that's going for. Is that this big blob? Can't quite tell. Ah, yeah, that's gonna hurt some spiders. Well, that's what happens sometimes. Alright, that's fine though. Alright, you charge this now that the storm vermin have backed off. You got... Huh. Did you guys get caught? How did you guys get caught? I question your capabilities sometimes, AI, or AI, well, game controlling, you know what I mean. You can now back off spiders, you're good. You can actually go into melee and start attacking those, because you're particularly nasty. Let's soul blight everybody here. And a gobbler, grobspit. You're supposed to go out here. Did you guys okay? You can charge into the back of those storm vermin halberds. We're gonna get hit with another one of those warp lightnings, which is exactly why I was hoping that the assassination would be working. You go after these storm vermin, you back off, you reposition. And okay, we don't need to use any spells. I guess we get a chi nuisance everybody up here. We can speed up. Alright, who's still fighting? Alright, you guys go after the Stormvermin, and there we go. Alright, easy enough. I certainly don't think that it was going to be medium casualties, as in no way. The most damage we took was due to the Warp Lightnings, and even then, we lost, what, 1 unit? A little bit of HP, but 1 unit. Really nothing concerning, or at least on the spiders. A little bit more on the forest gobs, but that's hardly surprising. You die for all that Warp Lightning. I mean, the enemy is in March stance, so it doesn't matter. It's just the principle of the thing. And I do wish Snagglegobspit had tried to follow him through that pile of clan rats or storm vermin or whatever it was that blocked him off, but it hardly matters. On the bright side, more XP for the melee spider riders. They're going to need it since they're going to be splitting off together with the spider gob into their new army. And if they're still dealing with all of these Skaven, at least they're doing something while waiting for the Arachnaroks to be built, which admittedly take a while. It's really the fact that we not only have to go to tier 5, with any other faction that doesn't rely on population surplus, they would have built their tier 5 settlement and then immediately upgraded to a tier 5 building, military building, but we have to first get 5 and then another 4 in terms of the, yeah, go for the slaughter captives again. And then another 4 in terms of the population surplus in order to do that. Now, are you still in range of Skullreach Cavern? You are. You probably won't be in range of sacking it, so we'll have to see how much it's worth. You don't need the Snotling Scavengers. And Pyrrhic... Oh, really? Really, game? Okay, perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. How much are you worth sack-wise? 10k, not bad, but it would mean wasting a turn. We could loot and occupy it, I guess. Don't think about it. Spell shield for Grom, but actually not for Grom. These guys I've been giving glittering scales to, and we're out of glittering scales. Alright, hold on to a gambler's armor for now. We'll maybe glittering scales you up later. The spell shields go to the hags. Do you have a spell shield? You do not. You don't have a forbidden rod or a amulet of spell protection, whatever it's called, either. Because we have no spares. Alright, well, spell shield for you either way. We have been finding a lot of spell shields, admittedly. A lot more than I was expecting to, than I would normally expect to find. Anyway, let's see what else we've got here. You guys. Including Mr. Ublug. Let's see what we've got here at... you know what? You, because you have the artillery piece, will move forward. And we've got a valiant defeat, but will it be a valiant defeat if we move Ublug in to reinforce? No. It will again kill the 2 nasty game, why? Why are you doing this to me, man? There's not that much in the way of fighters here. I guess it is a field battle, though, so we should probably fight that one cinematically. Can still enjoy some nice shots of stuff happening. Morglus, you don't need to do anything. Grotslick, you don't need to do anything. WAAAGH and Turg. You guys maybe start moving northward. Past all this is already a shambles, and our other armies will arrive soon. Let's jump you here. Alright, no, we're safe. We're good. You jump here. And you, I think, will return because you're kind of not safe. So, raid all the way through here and then go back to Karak Gantuk until you can get a proper sort of raiding force for the rest of these guys. Alright, as in to match these guys, if that made sense. Or it didn't make sense. Bartorg Backbiter, I would like you to go north. You are going to hit the Empire, but from a different side, and it looks like we're going to need to kill off one of these and trade it for World's Edge Archway, because it's otherwise going to... I'm going to spend the rest of the campaign very bothered about the fact that we don't have the complete territory. Nashrak, you are supposed to go up here. I imagine you won't be able to jump here immediately, so you can go to Kazet Urkvavek and then jump up there next turn. And Gorfang is fine. I've lost my place. Alright, there he is. Nashrak has moved. Umug Blackbog, you are supposed to go this way. Alright, fine, go into March stance. And go this way. Arachnic Spider Claw. I don't see any other significant forces here, so I'm going to say... Try not to die. We're going to send you here. I don't think this guy could reach you. This guy might, but he's one unit, and I don't think he's going to be... Oh, wait. What if this guy could reach you, and then this guy could march... No, he still can't march stance this far. We're okay. You know what? Stay at the edge of this so that you can heal up. Keep it at least somewhat safe. Alrighty, that's Mr. Arachnic. Who else do we have other than Mr. Arachnic? Did I lose my place again? Huh. I jumped ahead. Yeah, that's what happens. Morglum de Flea. Go past Kypris. Spite, you are going... I guess this way? I wonder if you can jump over, like, bam and then bam. But you might not be able to. Nonetheless. You should be able to. I hope so. Anyway, Skarsnik, I guess you're going to follow Bartorg, since we'll have plenty to move through Blackfire Pass. We'll knock out the Zufbarites, because I fully expect that they will declare war on us as soon as we move away with our armies, and it'll be a whole thing. Zok and Ublug, you'll fight in a second. Oglok the Orbital, you're waiting for one more turn until your army is ready to go. And Ornerin Exotas, it'll be a bit before you get your own force as well. Next. What the heck? Oh, there's another little army here. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have sent... I didn't see this army. Alright, fine. Let's just hope that Grom Gobscream can then jump, because they're probably going to be able to take Carrick Crumb. You know what? Just in case, we'll take a Savage Orc Shaman. One we don't care about. Oh, we don't care about either. Who has free points? Points to spend 4, points to spend 3. We'll do you. We can get another Burniest with the higher rank anyway. And this might help us in auto-resolve. I mean, it's mostly Skaven slaves. Granted, there's not much here at Carrick Crumb. You know what? We'll probably never otherwise use them. I'm willing to get a couple of Super Squigs in here just to not have to deal with this. The Explodey Super Squigs. They would be able to deal with this, but not this. Would it be enough? Maybe? Let's do 4 Super Squigs. Again, we're never going to use them. I don't like the bloated corpse units. I really think that it should award you a lot more if it wanted you to actually use them. Anyway, you're going to get 1 point in Gaze of Mork. You know what? Let's go double points in Gaze of Mork and Brain Burst. Those are the 2 main spells we'd use. Yeah, Edbud is good too. But I think if we have to pick one, I think I'd pick that one. Let's do that. It's not like we have a lot of mana to be casting. Both of the... At long range, we might just be able to destroy the enemy clan rats or kill off the enemy warlord or chieftain with spells. That's probably more important than killing off the Skaven slaves, because they're weak. Anyway, the other thing is... we still have to fight this one. Alright. I guess we're just going to fight this one in the exact same manner that we just fought. As in, we'll just manually fight this real quick. Wait, is this in a minor settlement? No, it's not. Alright, if it was a minor settlement, I would have fought it cinematically, because it would have taken a little bit more effort. This one will fight manually, and then the other one up there will fight cinematically. Again, since the auto-resolve is not really liking these armies, it's probably one of the last times that we'll need to deal with that, though, because once the Arachnaroks are in these armies, they'll be able to easily auto-resolve this this type of garrison. Although, admittedly, it's not a bad garrison. It's they've got artillery, they've got a bunch of reasonably decent units. Nothing to complain about. Start deployment, you need to be able to fire on those catapults. But you need to be able to do it not immediately. Well, actually, pretty much immediately. You know what? We'll move Arachnic to attack. We will move you guys into annoy. Remember, you must only use your powers to annoy. Alright, like so. And then you guys will be blobbed up here already and waiting. Oh, I don't like this position. Blanashi giggle. You guys go here. You guys can charge in on the flanks. Remember, we have hidden Night Runners elsewhere as well. You guys can move on, and if you need to, you can be casting, and you can be support casting as needed. Then Arachnic. Alright, you guys will go here. And you guys will attack whatever, I don't really care. You will just move through all of this and summon those hatchlings on top of the enemy artillery piece. Oh, don't tell me they have enough mass to break through. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, fine, summon them there. They'll just attack like this. Alrighty, then you will attack the warlord. You will activate your Fang Spike, and then everybody else will be fine. What are you attacking right now? Oh, you're attacking our artillery piece. Just poorly... Oh, wow, that's one volley? Damn. Oh, good for them. Kill. Kill. I know those guys looked close, but they're unspottable, so it doesn't really matter. And there we go. Poor little Plague Claw Catapult crew is out. You are having a lot more difficult time with the enemy warlord than I was expecting, Snagla, so I guess we're going to have to buff you up. Damn. Is it because of the clan rest? That's surprising. Huh. I'll keep fighting. I'm gonna be damaged after this. Alright, I guess we have to move the rest of the army in unexpectedly. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, you guys go forward. And what we'll do is we'll send in the Death Creepers because they're high damaging. Because of their, you know, Death Creeping ability. Alright. Their ability to apply deadly toxin. Alright, you guys are good, and you guys are now ready to charge on down. You guys into this. Nope, you guys here, and then you guys here. Alright. Like so. Alright, the enemy lord is probably defeated now. Well, nearly so. Alright, you guys, march on in, march on in, march on in. I did not mean to move the artillery crew, but that's fine. It's not gonna make any difference either way. You want a Soul Blight in the midst of all this? I still can't believe you were losing that duel. I guess we gotta get you some better items. He has 2 legendary items too, so it's still a little bit surprising. Alright, either way, the Stormvermin are fighting here, which might damage somebody. Alright. Kill the Warlord of the Spirit Leech, that'll probably cause the enemy army to rout. Oh, you guys can move on into melee as well. I forgot that there were still a few of you left. Alright, you guys switch targets to the Plague Monks because they're obviously still around, and the enemy army should be shattering in a couple of seconds. You turn around so I don't have you damaged. You're not really needed. But we'll send you in anyway. I guess I should have sent both of these guys to help us Snagla out. I just wasn't expecting him to lose. I mean, he didn't lose, he just got damaged. Alright, and we're good. Without Warp Bomb to consider, it's just a super trivial battle. And there we go. Alright, maybe I will give you a... Oh, I think he can't... I think he doesn't have room for a healing potion, unless I'm mistaken. I could be mistaken. I guess we'll see. His weapon is the Fang Spike. I don't remember what his other item is. But yeah, I think it's a... I think it takes the place of the healing potion. Alright, 30 losses, probably more so from some of the forest gobs than the spiders with those feeding frenzies of theirs, and we can still see that the Death Creep has still got a pretty crazy amount of kills and damage just from effectively one charge. Gotta love that toxic venom application. Alright, and we got 7.5k, so we're good. I think we will loot and occupy. It's a lot of province instability from doing it. Maybe we sacrifice the 5 gold and just not deal with it. Alright, occupy, and it's just safer because this way we can hopefully jump out here next turn and deal with Feskit. Delete the fighting pit, keep the totem pole for... well, you'd want to replace that with another different type of growth building, so alrighty, and then obviously go into Camp Ruckus. Alrighty, you are now good. Silk Road Trailblazers, I'm gonna have another one of these guys named Tree Huggers. Tree Huggers, let's name a couple of different gobs. You're named, we got, what, Scarsnake, do you have any named gobs? No Night Goblin Archer is named, let's do a Night Goblin Archer name. How about Tunnel Campers? Like so, maybe a few Wolf Riders, do we name Wolf Riders in your army? Knights of Gobtown, the Night Fangs, might as well, you guys are going to form the core of a new army, so yeah, the Great Pack. Let's do you, and the Barkas. Like so, lovely. New army, I guess you guys did get your debut of Savage Orcan Nation. We got only one Bone Club Savage Orc tribe, so you're the one that gets the name. WAAAGH, there we go. Alrighty, good enough for now? Oh, maybe one of the spider... Oh, yeah, let's name one of the Spider Riders. They've been fighting a lot, and they deserve some credit for it. Greaser Jumpers, Sneaky Purple Riders, you. Force Goblin Spider Riders, not the Archer variant. You're gonna be Arachnarok Guard. Alright, I think that's good enough for now. At least for now. Anyway, let's see what else needs to be done. Alright, nothing. I think we went over everything. Just triple checking. We are good other than... No, you're good. Alright. Quick deal. I just want to see if there's anything interesting. Clan Krizor is nearly defeated, so we'll ignore them. Red Eye we'll ignore. Creeping Death we'll ignore. Clan Spittle we don't want a military alliance with. We can confederate Creeping Death, but there's no purpose to it, and the rest of this is fine. Alrighty, so let's fight this one. And as to whether we should attack with Ubluk or Zoc, since it's a field battle, what do we have in terms of artillery on the enemy? They have the Plague Claw catapults. You will not be able to outshoot the Plague Claw catapults, so you're kind of not going to be as relevant, I guess, as the Goblin Wolf Riders. So we'll want to probably Vanguard deploy those into position, meaning you will... It still decides the victory and casualties low, but... Ah, those nasty Skulkers. Maybe it was a mistake to take them with this army, but this army will change soon, so it's... soon, hopefully it'll be a moot point. You... Go in. Then... Okay, they'll still die. I just want to double check what your points are like. You got 1 point available to you. Definitely don't even try it. You're rank 14, meaning you can not get shrooms in, but you can get the biggest teeth. So stick 'em boys, Troll Piss, and the biggest teeth, and then start on Bone Dagger into Trickster. Good. You have the biggest teeth. Go through Trickster. And you... I don't think we need that's critical here. I think we just go through replenish troops and then start onward towards retinue position. Zoc, you are gonna get a chi nuisance. Alrighty, and then you can go into raiding stance. Alright, now. How about now? Nope, they'll still die. Damn. Alright, fine. Fine, go. Ah, damn it, I zoomed in on the wrong place, and then all we heard was the gobos screaming gob things at the enemy. Anyway, here we go, a little pile of rats against the rather decently sized, I suppose, pile of gobs, though of course mostly the weaker, highly mobile gobs, which... I would say that even crashing into the line of rats would probably be in pretty severe danger, especially if it were things like the Plague Monks or the Gutter Runners, obviously any hits from the Death Globes or Poison Winds, etc, etc, etc. Fortunately for us, as similar to our own gobs, the enemy Warlord is a rather low HP type unit with no spell resistance to speak of, so he takes a little over 1,000 damage per Spirit Leech. 4 Spirit Leeches and he should rout, 5 Spirit Leeches and he should die. And we're free to just Spirit Leech him up with the mana that we have on Mashup Brain Basha and Away Tower Reinforcements. Not that we really would need them. Here, I think we would be able to destroy most of the enemy army with just annoying them, but I guess we'll see how it all goes. Anyway, it looks like the enemy is sufficiently annoyed with the third, I want to say, Spirit Leech, and it's time to move. The way that we're going to start this off is by sending our Spider Riding Goblin Big Bosses through the enemy lines. We don't think that they, unlike the rest of our units, will be as threatened by the Clan Rat spam, but they need to tie up the enemy Death Globes and Poison Winds, unless they obliterate any of our fast movers. Speaking of, over in the back lines, the Barkas and the Great Pack here smash into the line of Goblin Catapults. Confusing the two, but anyway, of the Plague Claw catapults there, and obliterate the rat crews fairly quickly, as once again the small model sizes of the Wolf Riders allow a lot of them to deliver their hits. The Ragnarok charges forth in a big old charge, sending Clan Rats flying together with some of those pump wagons. Another Spirit Leech comes down, and the enemy Lord will probably be able to take one more before he falls. Here come our other fast movers, more melee, sending rats flying. It's kind of neat to see the little guys face off against the little guys here. Neither one particularly super effective at melee combat, but it makes it feel a little bit more even. Though, unfortunately for the enemy, we have super high mobility in our army, which is a tremendous boon to any force. And the ability to charge the enemy from pretty much every direction at once means that most of their army has already been wiped out. Bounce power is at about 90% in our favor, and though the Plague Monks will, of course, continue fighting to the end, to the last, and the same can't be said for the rest of the enemy. The Warlord is routing on that 4th Spirit Leech. Or is it the 5th? I don't know. But he's routing and he's having a bad day. The Arachnarok's surrounded by rats, but obviously not threatened, and certainly not the Goblin Great Shaman on top of that Howdah. And there we go. With that, the enemy army is going to start breaking. We can see all of the non-unbreakable units' morale dropping, and just the Plague Monks will remain. Although perhaps they would have done better at trying to go after a few of those Wolf Riders rather than even attempting to harm the Arachnarok. Well, they did do 5% damage to Oblog. Good for them. And I'm sure that they will have knocked out at least a few of the Wolf Riders. They are, okay, not any of the Night Fangs here, who have managed to rack up 222 kills. Pretty solid. And gotta watch out for our own arrows. Anyway, our reinforcements have arrived, but we're not really using them to help so much as help chase enemies down rather than to win the fight, as the fight has been won. Just a couple more hits to be delivered, a few more spiky rollers crushing our rat hordes beneath them. Those spiky rollers have a tendency to crush anything that stands against them. Alright, there we go. With that, oh no, we got 4 units left. Alright, fine. Well, there won't be 4 units in a second, but we will spend the time to chase down every single thing that we can, especially that enemy lord in the background. Alright, there we go, and a unsurprising result there. We didn't even need our reinforcing army, as a good old-fashioned wolves and pump wagons certainly saw the enemy obliterated without too much trouble, and wouldn't you know it, barely any losses on the nasty skulkers. You see, auto-resolve, they're fine. Anyway, got a free armor of silvered steel, not a bad find, especially for our extremely lightly armored shamans. Wait, are you able to chase this guy down? No. Are you able to? Oh, really? Okay. Nobody's able to chase him down. Fine. Occupy. And just to double check. Oh, you are now able to chase him down. Good. If this kills her shot with our nasty skulkers, I'm gonna be so salty. Okay, no, it won't. It was a possibility. Would anybody have been surprised, I ask you? Alright, Oblog, you don't need that armor of silvered steel. We like those on the shamans. We got another swindler, always the swindlers. And, just so that I don't forget, your shaman. Yeah, one of you does not have the armor of silvered steel, because they have 25 armor. Let's bump it up to 45. Would be better with a Helmet Discord, but we don't have any to spare. Alright, and I believe that's it for this particular turn. We're safe from bankruptcy for at least another turn, though after building next turn, which I'm pretty sure we did, or I'm just going to assume that we did. I guess we're going to have to find out. Let us... I mean, we are out of time. Do we end the turn now? Well, you know what, let's end the turn. We'll find out if there's any fighting to be had. Oh, wow, we're 700 kills short of profit. Alright. Huh, you're telling me Aranus did not sell yet to her minion lord? That's quite surprising, I gotta say. Ooh, trash compactor is our next upgrade, or scrap compactor. Great. There was a technology or something that was based on getting this thing unlocked. I don't remember what it was anymore, but I remember it being important, so that'll be good once we can use it. And you coward, Timothy! You little coward, how dare you? And of course we left all of our armies. I mean, you can sort of come back, but Lucchini will most likely be retaken. Fortunately it's only tier 2, but what a little coward. He just left that as tour for us to, I guess, sack. Wait, what's the sack value on this thing? 14k. We could take it to tier 3, but 14k, that's still probably worth it. And it's not like we care about this single little territory out here, so I think we'll just auto-resolve it in a second and then retake it. Sec. Oh, it's going to hurt our giants too, but it is what it is. And, oh! It's a oh, it's a frickin' ocean territory. Well, we'll just use it for capacities. We'll just never collect income here. Repair, and build the boss's tent, and we may never bother with this territory again. Frankly, maybe I could have, hey, we got profit out of that, though. Now that I'm thinking about it, what we maybe could have done is pieced out with them and just left them Thantostorn. Yeah, but then we probably couldn't have just left them there, and... Well, I guess Azdrag One Finger is going to return to Porta Maggiore and then deal with Lucchini. And these guys will take it, especially because they're out of territory anyway. Yeah, come on, Azdrag. Oh man, I was hoping to put you into Porta Maggiore. We're at nearly 30,000 gold reduction per turn, but anyway. And why did you suffer attrition? Were you not... I put you in raiding stance outside of Sartosa, did I not? Or maybe I just took him out of it afterwards. Maybe that was the case. I don't know. Well, I assume that this guy can not take Sartosa. Even with the limited stuff that they've got there. We can, I guess, sack... Well, you know what? Maybe the public order here is already kind of horrendous. Maybe we'll just live regularly occupied. It's probably not worth our time otherwise, so we'll just regular occupied like so. And Ublug, you do not... Well, this Ublug certainly do... Oh, you have an obsidian lodestone? No. Those go on the hags. You don't need the Snotling scavengers. I didn't remember that I gave you one of those. Where, yeah, the hag could... What the heck, man? The one that is constantly using the... Where is that thing? Obsidian lodestone. Oh, I guess Steve has one and Durbach has one. Ah, oh, I see. All right, fine. Never mind. We were giving the obsidian lodestones to the shamans, but the obsidian amulets to the river troll hags. Okay, game. Okay. Alrighty, anyway, folks, with that, we're out of time, and I'm going to call the episode here. Next time, looks like we will wipe out the Vampire Coast for good. They're going to besiege Lucchini, and the walls are not breached, but they do have artillery, so they'll probably be able to take it. Although, maybe we put a couple of super squigs in there, a couple of, maybe a lord, maybe they'll even fail to do that. I guess we're going to have to find out, but we'll find it out next time. The Clan Mordkin faction, I see you've moved to Trollzags now. Oh, I don't want to lose Trollzags. Oh, and we built the super squigs here for nothing, man. Oh, well. And you can't go down here. Can you return to Trollzags? You're just out of range. And I've got another army out here, which I guess we're going to have to chase down because you guys need to head to the high place. Okay, well, we'll figure all that out next time around. Either way, this faction is dead. We'll be destroying them next time, and we'll quickly move through Zufbar and probably destroy them rather super quickly as well. And, well, Mr. Gorbad is basically 2 turns away from Blackfire Pass, so the invasion will begin soon. Not a moment too soon, in fact, considering the predicted income that we've got. We need more battles. I can sack Wuppertal between the episodes, I think, so that we preserve some of the units. Anyway, more Gorbad to come. All glory to the algorithm. Likes and comments below, etc., etc., etc. And thanks for watching.